Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading, and apologies that this one is a little bit late today. I have been rehearsing yet again for our concert this coming weekend. I'm a little bit hoarse. It was quite a loud and raucous rehearsal, so apologies for that. We're also in the middle of load shedding. I have my ring light on, but around me is utter darkness except for the fire, which is burning, not in this room because otherwise it would affect the ring light, but it's calling me quite loudly. It's a cold wintry day or night here in the Western Cape in South Africa. So that's what's going on in my world. And again, as I say, apologies, a little bit late, but here I am using one of my favorite decks, which is always difficult to show you because it's shiny, the Santa Muerte Tarot. And I know that the top of the box works better. That is the Santa Muerte Tarot. I love it, and I'm using it because I am reading on I won't say a death threat, that's a bit dramatic, but a rather dramatic threat that has just popped up in Heat World magazine, where we know that Omid cut his journalistic, if you can use that term, teeth. Omid the journalist. Let's do this again. Haven't used these cards for a while and they need a bit of energy worked into them. But the story is in Heat World that Meghan is threatening to walk out of the Jubilee already, and she seems to be softening the ground for not even going. There's a lot of speculation that she's already making her excuses and reasons why she can't go. And this article is the latest in a series of this kind of energy, but according to the article, Meghan is already threatening to walk out on the Jubilee celebration. She knows, it's very Meghan speak, she knows that she and Harry are walking into the lion's den, but she has told Harry that she will not tolerate eye-rolling, snide put-downs or mean-spirited behaviour. And she wants H to promise to pack up and leave if the Harkles are disrespected. And also, she knows that they have a point to prove by attending and showing the royals how happy they are, how good their lives are in California, and how solid they are as a couple. So, point to prove by going and showing the royals how great they are as a couple, how well they are doing, but also threats already, manipulation there on Harry. If there is eye-rolling, snide comments, disrespect, then they have to pack their suitcases and storm out of Frogmore Cottage. The Netflix cameras will no doubt be rolling as they storm out of Frogmore Cottage and get on that plane back to the US. Drama is promised to us. We're not ready. Apologies, but this is the last one. And then we are ready. There we go. The flying card tells me that there's enough energy in them now. And I'm going to do a Celtic cross. I haven't done one for a while. This is the only reading, and I have no idea why so many cards are the wrong way around in this deck, but it doesn't matter. Celtic cross, using the Santa Muerte Tarot to see from Meghan's point of view how she feels about going to the Jubilee celebrations. It is all happening now. Busy, busy, busy. It's a big weekend next weekend. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, next weekend. And I'm sure the wardrobe is being packed. We hope she leaves her skirts behind, or her culottes, or whatever she was wearing at the polo. And also that Audrey Hepburn hat, which looks like she had a large lampshade on her head. Audrey Hepburn, of course, could wear a lampshade and look absolutely fabulous, but Meghan Markle, not so much, in my inexpert opinion. But there we go. Celtic cross coming up. Santa Muerte Tarot. How does Megsy feel about going into the lion's den? Poor Megs. And we get the Ace of Swords here. The truth-telling card, the clarity. This is a moment of clarity for the Harkles. It's a big deal for them, having to face the royals and tell their truth and be seen to be telling their truth. defying the odds, really. That Ace of Swords is very defiant energy. Look at us, look how strong we are. See, we have this light shining down from the heavens upon us, and we bring the truth. The royals might beg to differ there, but it is quite a combative energy, Ace of Swords. Don't normally feel that energy with the Ace of Swords. It is about truth, it is about clarity, insight, wisdom, fresh ideas, dynamic kind of clarity. So a lot of clarity is going to be shed on the situation in the next few weeks. We hope all kinds of clarity, maybe not the clarity the Harkles want or the kind of light they want to shed on their lives, but it's coming. Clarity and truth, and cutting out energy with that Ace of Swords. So it's all happening. Let us see her situation, how she feels right now. What's the situation that she's dealing with? Well, Knight of Swords. We're getting swords. She's braced and ready for combat, because the Knight of Swords is a very combative card. It doesn't mince its words. It's truth-telling. It's a little bit unkind, always for me, the Knight of Swords. It's a rushing energy, a rapid energy, but communications that can be quite harsh. So she is already setting the scenario, setting the scene by planting these articles. In my opinion, it's coming from her. That is just my opinion. Of course, disclaimer in the box below. But she's already getting that sword out. We've got two swords here. Getting that sword out, sharpening that sword, getting ready. And this card here is actually swallowing the sword, the Knight of Swords in the Santa Muerte Tarot. But she is getting ready to fight. It's aggressive energy, the Knight of Swords, very combative, very belligerent, using words to attack. It does attack, even when it's upright. This card, a surprise attack, really. She's coming out fighting. She's got all her guns blazing at the moment, and she is getting ready to tell her truth. You can bet your bottom dollar that the cameras are rolling somewhere, and that she'll be running to the cameras, as she did on that South African tour, ran to Tom, whatever his name is. I want to say Tom Hardy, but definitely not him. I've forgotten the guy's name. As I say, it's been a long day, but she'll be ready with her favorite interviewer, her favorite Netflix person lined up to hear her truth. She'll be ready to tell it and tell how nasty the royals are. So what is the challenge that she is facing as she gets ready with her expensive wardrobe? So Two of Cups. The challenge that she is facing is to put on this united front. Remember, the article was very clear that they have a point to prove by going to the Jubilee celebrations and showing the royals how happy they are and how solid they are as a couple. This is going to be tricky for her, because they aren't. Behind the scenes, in my opinion, and according to the readings that I have done, just tarot readings for entertainment purposes, they are not solid. They are not happy. They are not united. But she has to maintain the illusion that they are, and it's going to require some work. There were moments at the Invictus Games when the mask slipped. There were moments at the polo when the mask slipped. Those fake kisses. Harry looked like he wanted to elbow her off the stage at one point when she was in that large hat and those culottes with that super red lipstick, and trying to snatch the box from the 16-year-old boy. Who knows what was in the box, but she wanted it. Little wrestling match there. And then Meggsy elbowed out the way by everybody clutching the trophy. It was very funny. But the Two of Cups is a problem, proving how adoring they still are, with all that PDA and the claw out and the kisses and everything else that she likes to do, because she is still the mental age of 12. There it is, problem for her. So how does she really feel behind the scenes secretly about all of this? Sorry about the shininess there, but as I say, this is the only source of light at the moment in my life. The Eight of Cups, with the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups, when it's upright, is leaving a difficult situation, putting it behind you, putting your sorrows behind you and walking away. But because this card has come out in the reverse, and it does look very Megsy, it's got that fake hair, the extensions that she has, those synthetic ones, in my opinion, that seem to grow longer and longer and more like a horse's tail at the polo. But there it is, Megsy's hair and the tears, the fake tears. Remember, one eye, left eye tears. She's pointing there, left eye, there's going to be tears. Eight of Cups in reverse, stuck. Not stuck in the middle with you, as the Daily Mail so nastily said about her being wedged in between everybody and stuck under that trophy. If only they had just lost their grip on it, the royals would have been relieved of such a massive problem. Joking, of course, but Eight of Cups in reverse, she's actually going back into a very unhappy situation. She really hated being held up and compared with Catherine and even Sophie, and being shown up constantly and being felt out of place. She's much happier there at the polo in her stilettos, digging holes in the ground with her heels. Much happier there. She's just radiant, loves it. But going back into the lion's den is a cause of great upset to her. It's going back to a time in her life when she was very, very unhappy. She was genuinely unhappy. I'm not discounting the level of misery. It was genuine misery. She just was completely out of place. They were a total misfit, didn't understand how it worked, and couldn't wait to get away and drag Haz away with her back to California. So what's her goal with this going back? We get the Two of Wands in reverse. And she's the Two of Wands is about plans and about partners and about deals, making plans for business plans, joint ventures, that kind of thing. It's in the reverse. I think that her focus really is on how all her ventures have so far failed. So it's going to be on her mind. This is what is really on her mind at the moment, is how the Harkles have failed to get any of those deals off the ground. They signed all those deals to tremendous fanfare a couple of years ago, and nothing, literally nothing. Even the sugars apparently are beginning to agitate and say, where is that podcast? Where is that Netflix documentary you promised us? Nothing. Where is that book we were saving our pocket money to buy, breaking open the piggy bank to buy, and nothing. Nothing. They have accomplished absolutely nothing. That's the Two of Wands in reverse. Very much on her mind. I did a reading, I think it was yesterday, on why they didn't go to California to meet the mayor of London, and it was the embarrassment at how all their ventures have failed. And same energy here. It's going to be embarrassing going to the royals. William and Catherine, of course, just been at the Top Gun thing. William all over the place at the moment, doing very well, very emotional, very engaged with people, very sensitive. He's looking spectacular, buff and healthy and wholesome and sexy, as opposed to the man boobs we've seen at the polo. So it's difficult for the Harkles to have to face this, and especially for Meghan, who of course was the one who stitched up all these deals, stitched Harry up in a lot of people's minds. But Harry, to my mind, a willing accomplice, my opinion, allegedly. Past energy, what's been going on up until now, and we get to it is the Nine of Pentacles, but in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles is, of course, about financial freedom, independence, having everything that you want financially. You're secure. You can buy all the expensive things you want, decorate your house however you want, go on the expensive holidays you want. You don't have to answer to anyone, and the Harkles have to answer to Daddy Charles still, it seems, because they are not financially independent. They have not managed to secure their financial futures, and they cannot afford the luxury items that they may want. So financial trouble in the past have not found their freedom. Two cards telling me basically the same story. So what are we going to be seeing in the near future or hearing? Megsy baby going. Megsy staying at home because one of the kids has got COVID, or she herself has got COVID, or she fell, and twisted her ankle in a hole at the polo and can't possibly fly with a cast on her leg. Who knows? That lampshade fell on her head. The Empress. Ooh, okay. She's really going to be ramping it up, and in her power as a female figure, as a dominant female figure, as a mother. We're going to see Megan the mother manifesting finally. We may actually see children at last. The Daily Mail claims that the children have been at the polo, not at the lampshade event where she tried to wrestle that cigar box, looked like a cigar box, out of that poor boy's hands. He, all power to him, hung on for dear life. But we are going to see Megsy the mother in action here, in her impersonation of a mother. So children, mother, very, very, she's going to be dressed in her finery. The Empress is also, of course, the female energy, the divine feminine, the sexy energy, the desirable energy. She's all the attributes of all the queens in tarot. She's going to be working very hard. She already is. The lampshade outfit, the grin, the rictus grin wherever she went, trying her best to coo at that poor baby who's recoiled in horror at the polo, and so on. She's going to be putting pulling all stops out to make this happen. Designer outfits, children in tow. And it's going to be full ball. We're going to see Megsy, and we're going to see her in the UK, I would say, with those poor children in her grip. So her intentions going along, it's been very clear, got a point to prove. So what is her attitude? What are her intentions when she goes, oh yeah, she's going to be the star of the show? No secret about that. Thank you, Santa Muerte Tarot, for coming up with that card. Megsy is going to be the star of the show, whether it is with the drama that she creates or elbowing people out the way. She's had practice now at the polo, so even if they try and block her, she is able to duck, clutching onto that huge lampshade that she was wearing, and manage to force her way to the front. So even if they prevent her from being on the balcony, she will somehow manage to wiggle her way through, even if she has to leopard crawl to the front, and people actually stand on her and stamp on her as she's wriggling past them. She's going to make it to the front of the balcony. She's going to be in all the news headlines. She's going to be everywhere. We are going to see children. We are going to see Megsy. We are going to just never hear the end of it. That is her intention. Her intention. What pressure is she under? Let's slide that card away because I don't want to look at it. Slide it down there. Her pressure that she's under, the Emperor. The Emperor in reverse. We have a matching pair here. We have the Empress and the Emperor. And I actually want to turn that card over because I can't bear to look at it. That was the Star card. There he is. There he is, Prince Harry. But he's in reverse. And much as she's going to be showing off, look at me, how marvelous I am, how sexy I am, how desirable I am, everybody wants me, I'm the perfect mother, excuse the barking. Right, I'm back after a little barking mad break. Even though she is going all out to prove what a perfect woman she is, desirable, sexy, dressed to kill, perfect mother, the Emperor is going to fail her. She's worried about that. Not she's worried. This is the pressure that she's under, that he is going to let the side down. Harry is going to let the side down. He's not going to look his best, and he doesn't look his best. He's not going to show what a great man he is, what a great father he is, because the Emperor is the father card of the tarot. He may appear to be disinterested in the children, disconnected from the children. He may look slovenly. He may look disinterested in her. We've seen that. He may literally elbow her out the way. He may be unkind to her, because when the Emperor is in reverse, it is quite a nasty energy. Male ego, but difficult male ego. He may be very difficult. He may be cold, hostile, ugly. That is the worry for her. It connects with this card here, her challenge, the Two of Cups, to pretend that they are so in love and that they are still so strong together and that their lives are perfect in California. She's going to do her best to convey that impression, but the difficulty for her is that he is going to let the side down. No surprise, really. He really looks pretty bedraggled. Just my opinion, of course. So her hopes and fears, specifically her hopes and fears about this whole thing. She's hoping that her fortune changes, her luck changes. We're getting big cards here. We're getting major arcana in this reading. And the Wheel of Fortune is her hope that she rises again to the top of the wheel. It's been a rocky road for her since she set off to California with Has via Canada. Things have not gone their way. Some things out of their control, such as the pandemic and the lockdown. That was very bad timing for them. It really happened at just the wrong moment for them. And universe does have a sense of humor. But she is hoping that things are going to swing around, and her star is going to rise, because that's her intention, to be the star. And she is going to triumph over the royals and really steal the scene from them and dazzle everybody. And it's going to re-establish her popularity, re-establish her as desirable in Hollywood and all the rest of it. At the moment, persona non grata, allegedly, in Hollywood. She's hoping that this revives her fortunes and really changes things dramatically for her. It's a huge card, the Wheel of Fortune. I can't stress enough how much is riding on this for the Harkles. We have the Star, which I've turned over. We have the Empress. We have the Wheel of Fortune. She is desperate. She is desperate. She's ready to fight for things with this Ace of Swords and this Knight of Swords sitting at the heart of this reading. She's ready to go back into the lion's den, into that very unhappy situation. She knows they have failed with the Two of Wands in reverse, failed with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is what she has left, what they have left, and they have got to make this work. Will she storm off out? I think that's a better preposition. Will she pack her bags and leave at some stage? A dramatic exit. Are we going to see that? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh my. The Queen of Wands is the Megsy card. The fire sign woman. Upright. It is charismatic, enthusiastic. She's fun. She's sexy, very sexy, very entertaining, very dramatic when she is in the reverse. Melodramatic. This is literally the card of a dramatic exit when it is in the reverse, and that is what came out from the Santa Muerte Tarot. Queen of Wands in reverse. Megan is going to cause huge drama at the Jubilee. It's going to be all about nasty royals, disrespected us, sneered at us, wouldn't let us do the things that we have every right to do. Were nasty to my children, didn't attend things, birthday parties for Lilibet, whatever. She's going to find some reason to make a huge scene and get back on a plane and go. And nasty royals and boohoo and Netflix cameras are going to be rolling the whole time. Count on it. Santa Muerte Tarot has spoken. I'm back to my fire. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.